Hey there, it's Gazette here. Welcome back to the channel. If you are a lower intermediate English learner, I guess you already know the basics of phrasal verbs, so you're ready for the next step. One powerful way to expand your vocabulary is by replacing more formal or academic words with natural phrasal verbs. So to help you with that, today we're gonna learn 12 super simple and useful phrasal verbs that are often used in daily conversations, and they are one-word substitutions. At the end, we'll practice them together in a conversation using the shadowing technique to help you improve your speaking fluency. Ready? Let's dive into it. So we're going to go over a conversation, but the phrasal verbs will be missing. Here's a list with the missing phrasal verbs. I want you to use the words in red as a clue to try to guess the missing phrasal verbs. I'll give you some time to think about it. Let's go. Hey Lisa, did you hear the trip? Yeah, I was so disappointed. I don't know why they canceled it. So come on, give it a try. Look at the phrasal verbs in the list and try to fill in the gap with the correct one. Got it? You're right. So, hey Lisa, did you hear they called off the trip? So, called off, cancel. Let's move on. Same here. I had to my presentation too. Too much going on lately. So you postponed it? Probably a good idea. You've been so busy. Did you get that right? So postpone is put off. In this sentence, it would be same here. I had to put off my presentation. Let's move on. Honestly, I'm just tired of all this last minute chaos. I get it. It's not easy to tolerate that kind of stress every day. What about this one? That's right. So honestly, I'm just tired of putting up with all this last minute chaos. So we can say put up with means tolerate. Then, by the way, did you ever who was behind the schedule change? Yeah, I discovered it was the manager. He had to attend a surprise meeting. Give it a try. That's right. It is. By the way, did you ever find out who was behind the schedule change? So, find out, discover. So what now? Are you going to with the plan? Of course, we have to continue no matter what. This is an easy one. So what now? Are you going to carry on with the plan? So carry on, continue. Just to we also need a backup plan next time. Good idea. Thanks for mentioning it. I'm sure you got this one. So just to point out, we also need a backup plan next time. So point out, mention, or even indicate. Also, remember that idea I shared? The manager, Wait, he rejected it? Why? So the manager turned it down. So turn down means reject something. At this point, I'm ready to too much work. Don't quit yet. You're almost done. Come on. So don't give up. Give up, quit, or even surrender. Maybe I'll your slides if you want a second opinion. That would be awesome. Can you review them tonight? So maybe I'll look over your slides if you want a second opinion. So look over, examine or review. We still need to the room for tomorrow though. Oh, that's right. Let's arrange that after lunch. So, you got the right one. We still need to set up the room for tomorrow though. So, set up, arrange. Oh, don't the microphone. We need it for the Q&A. No worries, I won't omit anything this time. So, oh, don't leave out the microphone. We'll need it for the Q&A. So, leave out, omit something. Should we the new project in the meeting? Yeah, just briefly mention it near the end. This is the last one. Easy, right? So, should we touch on the new project in the meeting? So, touch on, mention, briefly mention. How did you do? 12 out of 12? 10 out of 12? 11 out of 12? Let me know in the comments below. So let's recap these phrasal verbs and their one-word substitutions. As I say the sentences, try to come up with the phrasal verb. So they cancelled the event, they called off the event. I had to postpone the meeting, I had to put off the meeting. I can't tolerate this noise anymore. I can't put up with this noise anymore. I need to discover what happened. I need to find out what happened. Let's continue with the task. Let's carry on with the task. She explained a mistake. She pointed out a mistake. He rejected the offer. He turned down the offer. I won't quit. I won't give up. Please review this email. Please look over this email. Don't omit any details. Don't leave out any details. Just mention that topic briefly. Just touch on that topic briefly. And there you have it. 12 common phrasal verbs in a natural conversation and their one-word equivalents. So now let's practice using the shadowing technique. This is one of the most effective methods to improve fluency and work on your pronunciation and intonation. So I'll say a line, pause, and then you repeat after me. Ready? Let's give it a try. Hi, Chris. Do you have a minute to talk about the marketing campaign? Do you have a minute? Do you have a minute? Let me say that again. Hi, Chris. Do you have a minute to talk about the marketing campaign? Of course, Emma. What's on your mind? Of course, Emma. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Well, I just found out that the client wants to put off the launch date until the end of the month. Let me say that full sentence again. Well, I just found out that the client wants to put off the launch date until the end of the month. Oh, really? Did they explain why? Did they explain why? Oh, really? Did they explain why? Yes, apparently there were some delays on their end. They also had to call off their product demo scheduled for this week. You can say schedule or scheduled, the one you prefer. Let me say the full sentence again. Yes, apparently there were some delays on their end. They also had to call off their product demo scheduled for this week. I see. That actually gives us a bit more time to refine our materials. That actually gives us a bit more time to refine our materials. Let me say it again. I see. That actually gives us a bit more time to refine our materials. I'll look over the presentation again before we send it out. Send it out. So I'll look over the presentation again before we send it out. Good idea. Also, during our last meeting, no one mentioned the user feedback section. So good idea. Also, during our last meeting, no one mentioned the user feedback section. I think we may have left it out by mistake. Let me say it again. I think we may have left it out by mistake. You're right. We should definitely touch on that. You're right. We should definitely touch on that. It was an important part of the original brief. Exactly. And one more thing. I wanted to point out that we have received some updated figures from the analytics team. Let me say that again. Exactly. And one more thing. I wanted to point out that we have received some updated figures from the analytics team. They might change the way we present our results. Thanks for mentioning that. I'll update the report accordingly. By the way, have you spoken to Mark about the outreach component? He seemed hesitant last time. Yes, I did. Look at this one. He ended up turning it down. He said his schedule is too full to take it on right now. Let's say that one again. Yes, I did. He ended up turning it down. Yes, I did. He ended up turning it down. He said his schedule is too full to take it on right now. That's unfortunate, but I understand. I think we'll just have to carry on without him. Let me say it again. That's unfortunate, but I understand. I think we'll just have to carry on without him. Agreed. And to be honest, I don't think we could put up with another delay on this part of the project. Exactly. At this point, we can't afford to give up on any of the key products. Shall we say it again? Exactly. At this point, we can't afford to give up on any of the key products. Let's set up a quick call tomorrow morning to review everything one more time. Sounds good. I'll send out an invite shortly. Thanks, Chris. So, sounds good. I'll send out an invite shortly. Thanks, Chris. Anytime, Emma. Talk soon. Well done. Keep shadowing this video until those phrasal verbs feel natural. Let me know in the comments below which phrasal verbs you already use and which ones were new to you. As always, if you found the lesson helpful, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.